Grand final in the Huya 2-2 Invitational Super Top Heavy Tournament. The winner team leaves with $2,100. The losers go home with $700. Both of them had a great run. 1-0 and Lin versus Romantic and XiaoKK. We start on Lost Temple.
You know what I want to see, Neo? I want to see a TC first, a Shadowhunter second.
Okay,
you think I'm going to be granted my wish?
I think we're going to see a Farseer, or maybe even a Blade. I don't
Definitely.
think
It's definitely not Farseer. Must be Blade or TC.
Why?
Please don't play Farseer. I'm going to look dumb.
Shadowhunter!
Well,
Okay.
It's not a Farseer, as I said.
We're all wrong. That is some new stuff. Heavy Fiend build order by 1-0, so he's going away from the ghouls that he played in the semifinal with not much success. Okay, that must be a DK though, I think. Maybe even a Crypt Lord, man. Archmage here, Footman build, Blade Master here with a Grunt build. Standard play by Romantic and XiaoKK so far.
Come on, Crypt Lord. Let's go.
No, DK it is.
Shadowhunter plus Pitlord, chat is saying. That's kind of a blast from 1.30, where we saw that a lot. I like the Shadowhunter first, though. I would have liked TC first even more. As I stated earlier, I am convinced that in 2v2, Shadowhunter and TC are the best Orc heroes. The only really good Orc heroes in 2v2. Farseer is okay, Blade Master is okay, but they're not really all that good.
About that Shadowhunter Pitlord play, on Lost Temple, maybe not.
Ah, right.
As there's no tavern on this map.
True, Neo.
I know.
I'm so glad we have you here.
Wow, that sounds so ironic. And not the slightest bit honest. Thank you, Remo. Always a pleasure with you as well.
True.
No. Yeah, I know.
That's not true, Neo.
No.
You know what I also want to see, by the way, other than TC, is islands. When is finally someone going to go to the islands again? We have been casting a lot of 2v2 these last months, and we've seen a lot of Lost Temple, and not one single time has someone ever gone to the island. They're all mainlanders. They're afraid of the skies.
I think I had one game with islands. I'm not.
No, not true. We had 0 games with islands, Neo.
Okay, Remo, if you say so, it must be right. Shadowhunter level 2 creeps the entire thing. Could expand any minute now. Or could, but will not. Human on Lost Temple in the middle of the 2 bases. That's of course an invitation to this expansion. But also pretty hard to crack. 1-0 as well with the level 2. Fairly passive open.
Everyone just concerned with creeping level 2 before doing anything else. AM having the best start here, getting close to level 3. In fact, already. Kind of classic romantic play, heavy tier 1 play, heavy creeping, and economy with an expansion behind that. Shadowhunter coming in, ready to do some hex plays, but finds himself greatly outnumbered. Before 1-0 comes in here to help, Lin can't do that much by himself, I guess.
Distract a little, hacks a little, but yeah, that's about it. Oh, backstab. Not committing. There's no crit yet. 1-0 is in, but walking into the creeps at the fountain. Blade Master, will he finally reveal himself? He must know that he's there. No steal yet. Double level up for Romantic and XiaoKK. Big one.
Level 3 AM especially here is going to be very nice now, but also the crit for the Blade. KK though really unfortunate with the items, like barely any damage to be found. A little bit more tankiness, I suppose.
Lin wants to force the TP, but can't get the surround off. Nope. Needs to practice a little more with Chimiko or Thorzane.
Oh, that was so close. He's got... One more time. Last try. This is the last hex.
No. Just walks
It's
out.
really hard though, to be honest. The little crab or whatever is a tiny little thing. Unit, hitbox, you know what I'm saying?
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, no. All fiends hurt. A little happy-esque. Blade Master has more mana. There's 3 more Windwalks.
He's luring him right to the expansion. Is the blade gonna look? Is he gonna go for a little bit of a look-see?
He's too bloodthirsty.
That's a blessing in disguise. Maybe. Oh, but the AM coming in. 2 fiend kills. Maybe not a blessing. Maybe not a blessing, but the AM also in trouble. Coil coming in. Oh, perfectly timed. Finds the hero kill on the AM. That was level 3 hero. That's big experience. That's level 3 in return for the DK, who gets surrounded. Wow. Romantic with the counterplay. Getting the surround on the DK. The Blade Master keeps the surround closed despite the footy dying. Nice play right there between both. And this is what I was hoping for, man. High level play between these two teams.
Yeah.
Forces are under
Real cool. Shadowhunter for XiaoKK now as well. That means he arrived at tier 2 with the Raider Walker build. Romantic a little slower, of course, but going into rifles already. But the revive must come from the altar, of course. Once again, no tavern here. But the fountain goes to... Can we call them underdogs?
town is under siege.
Romantic and XiaoKK?
Maybe.
Oh, another fiend, man. How many fiends did 1-0 lose already?
Yeah, that's 3 now. And that's more. Oh, Wand of the Wind. He could be losing everything right here.
Nasty. Real nasty. He TP'd out
damn.
before, trying to nuke the Shadowhunter. Okay, but if the DK falls, it's a nice trade. One of the wind again to prevent the stomp, and there he gets the kill. Oh.
Also, a curious thing by 1-0. He did start teching rather late, but he did tech without making any more acolytes. So at the moment, the expansion is mining with 1 single echo.
He's getting a Necropolis, but this echo will fall, I can guarantee you that.
A player's forces are under attack.
1 item goes to Lin in the middle. It's the big invul, which is very nice for a TC.
Incredibly rare to see these items shared between the teams, by the way.
Yeah. But sharing is caring, Neo. You learned that early on in your life when you were sharing your meals with your siblings, when you weren't licking at that cake or something. For me, it took a little bit longer. I'm an only child. That's why I know I'm the best.
Player's forces are under attack.
Oh, that's disgusting talks, Remo. Disgusting.
You told me that you used to lick the cake when it was family dinner time.
It was schnitzel, not
Or
cake.
schnitzel. Yeah, whatever.
It's pretty much a meat cake. Defense upgrades here. Dispel for Lin as well. TC level 2. No tier 3 for 1-2-0. Now the Slaughterhouse though, and the DK revive.
A player's
Is there a
forces are
Lich
under
already?
attack.
No, right? It's just single hero.
But if there's one thing I've learned over the last couple of days, it's however bad it looks for 1-2-0, it never means that it's over.
That's true. It's kind of funny that Romantic and 1-2-0 are meeting each other again after the semi-final of WGL September. Maybe Romantic gets some revenge here. With the help of KK.
Big item now for KK the Overlord, hoping for that aura. Cloak is also good, but it's not an aura.
Yeah, could give it a Mountain King. Not too sure if Blade Master will be in the center of attention the entire time. Fairly slowed down this game, right? No one really wants to commit. We're waiting for the Lich. We're waiting. Well, not even tier 3 started, so Newbie absolutely doesn't want to fight.
Look at the eyes on the Shadowhunter for Lin. You think he's gonna keep it, or is he gonna give it to the Lich?
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Well, he definitely should give it to the Lich.
I know, but orcs giving claws away?
Nah, they're not made for
Feel
that.
that it goes against your nature. Nature is what naturally.
Sweet little drive-by, killing another burrow. He was getting ready for 60 supply, but that ain't happening. TP by 1-0. Oh, by Lin. Welcome. And now we have a sandwich.
1-0 though, without statues, without destroyers, without a Lich even. However, TP out quickly there by KK and
Player's forces are under
Romantic.
attack.
Romantic
Or-
at 70 supply.
Oh, it's a lot of snipers.
2-0 upgrade as well. For 1 levels only. Going tier 3. Yeah, Linen 1-0, they need to stall more time. Especially for 1-0.
Temple of the Damned is coming.
Oh, damn. We got a blizzard here as well. And pretty much no disable as he was skipping raiders, I guess. Shadowhunter in trouble, still with the claws. TC is rocking against the rifles, but nicely done here this fight so far.
Uncomfortable position here for Newbie. They have to TP out of this. There's 2 TP, so they do get away. This is looking very scary, but at the end of the day, not too many units did die, but too dramatic. This early expansion doing wonders for him now. So far ahead in supply of everyone else. Newbie at only 100 combined. This is going to be a very tough hold.
Yeah. And even if he wanted to, Lin can't break upkeep. And 1-0 is not on tier 2. And the Banshee is only 1. This looks like a broken stronghold to me.
Yeah, this is looking very much like the 1-0 here for XiaoKK. But the TP is coming in. Let's see how this goes. Very defensively, though. So the stronghold is certainly gone. The TP out now would make this a successful attack already, but they're trying to see what more they can do. PC, Stormbolt, controlled, Hex after, in a bit of trouble, in lots of trouble. But he gets the healing off, he gets the Dispel off, and here comes the next Stomp. 1-0 and Lin have to find a massive fight right here. And I don't know why Romantic and KK are fighting here anymore.
Guess they want
Maybe
to
they
end
quit
it.
though.
Yeah, TPing out now. That could have gone a little better. We've still 55 supply, but Lin lost a lot. Great Hall gone down to 36. Romantic still strong at 68. It's like a 40 supply lead for Romantic and KK now. And the base.
So, Nubia, are they going to try to get a new mining base for Lin, or is it just pure all-in time now? They also used a lot of consumables right there. TC, shoot through the health stone and the big invul. That helped a lot. But those are gone now.
Expansion in the upper right. They're still trying. Not willing to give this game away early. 1-0 forgot a little bit about the Ziggurat, but it should be fine for now. He needs to carry this game for sure. He didn't even touch Romantic's expansion, right? Not once.
Nope. And that is the downside of not having a Blade Master. If Lin had a Blade Master first, he could have been continuously harassing this base really easily. But I think the big mistake was 1-0 saturating his expansion so late. Shadow still with the claws, by the way. Oh, no. Claws given over. Yeah, on the lich now.
Okay. Good damage dealer, but still no tier 3, still no orb. Going for Banshee Adept now. There's quite some dispel. Curse won't do too much if the dispels are nice. I mean, he has walkers and priest for dispel.
It really is on the Shadowhunter. Oh, Blade Master being seen. Hex with a Stomp coming in. He could be dead. He's totally dead.
What a nuke. 1,000,000 damage coming towards the Blade Master, but he's not as important as he is in one-on-one games. The Banshee's completely out of position. 0 impact on this fight.
Only got off the anti-magic here on the TC. Is that worth it? I don't know. This position was perfect, by the way, for KK and Romantic. Waiting in the big arc here at the exit to the temple. TC in trouble, getting Hex, getting focus, getting off a big Stomp though as well, but he is taking too much damage. It's all these rifles firing away, and the TC does die. Level 4 hero falls, and that one has a tough time returning. Fiends are still alive for 1-2-0. But the orb is still on the Shadowhunter. Are they trolling with that? I don't know, maybe.
Well, the trolling wasn't too funny as Lin is down to 22 supply. And only mining from one base as well. Oh, not even. Only now. So, XiaoKK and Romantic, they're pushing for the fight. Archmage moves back to the safety. And Blizzard is so good. I mean, yeah, there's healing from the fountain, but Clap and Blizzard out-damages them by a lot.
Yeah, level 3 Blizzard. Always very strong. We're seeing it here again. Doing a bit of friendly fire at the moment. And 1-0 and Lin are doing a good job kiting back as well as they can. Good coordinated attacks as well. With the Shadowhunter most of the time attacking the same target as the Lich and the rest of the army. Maybe 1-0 has the Shadowhunter in his group. I don't know. Because he's got the orb. But now everything is pretty close to dying. Blizzard raining in over and over. And the DK is out of mana. That means no more coils, no more healing. And perhaps no more chances. One more heat wave comes in from the Shadow. But Clap also so good right now. This AM still with plenty of mana. Endless supply of mana with his level 5. And a DK. And Snare. Stormbolt killed. And that should be it.
They're still not giving this up. Have they? Do they have so much faith in 1-0 that he defeats Romantic in the end? Still 20 supply difference. 26 supply in total for Lin. XiaoKK. He is losing stuff, but not too much. I think he's got some gold handed over by Romantic. Tier 3 tech started now. They can't afford that.
How does Romantic have so much lumber? Looks like he has a shredder, but he doesn't. Doesn't have that many peasants either on wood. I don't know.
Million riflemen. Untouched.
PC's back at least, but not with that much mana. Needs to get to the shop for clarities and mana pots.
They're just wrecking the base now. Like, no chance for Lin to produce anything. 500 gold there.
12 riflemen, by the way. That's a full group.
And this Banshee transition instead of tier 3. Me no likey.
I mean, it seems like it makes sense to protect the TC, but it's like the only thing they do. What about Necros? Not this game, as it seems. This will be a sick comeback. F1-0 and Lin come back into this one, but they're under more pressure now with the expansion, under threat. Acolytes all so close to dying. Romantic's playing it safe, parking his rifles on the high ground. Oh my god, this position again is amazing.
Yep.
Romantic and KK.
Haunted Gold Mine dead. Supply stuck after the Nerubian fell. More experience. Destroyers getting gunned down immediately. And they even get reinforcements. It's so well done. KK just turns around, has the front line. And the Blizzard does so much damage. Ooh, boy. Stormbolt doesn't do too much against the anti-magic. Heal wave coming in, so the storms need to be amazing. The Mountain King is out now. Last stand for Newbie, that's for sure. Invo Potion on the TC as well, needs more healing after.
But here up on the high grounds, the rifles are completely untouched still. Plenty of Lin's forces dying over and over. TC looking for the big stomp again, but the Hex timing is beautiful. And the Hex is lasting a long time as well. The spell coming in for the sword. The stomp hits 20 units or something. Absolutely insane. But no follow-up damage.
And the TC is dead now. Oh, Blade Master not attacking. That's the missing damage right here. Was a little too scared, but the damage dealer is the Archmage. These blizzards, everything is frozen. Yeah, the storms are nice and look good, but the blizzard was deciding this.
Yeah. The range army here, AM Blizzard plus the rifles. Unkillable. Still 80 supply.
Yeah.
Romantic, he lost the MK, but nothing else.
Yeah. Does Lin still have a unit? Is 24 supply? Actually not sure. Oh yeah, he has 2 heroes.
A player's forces
That
are
could
under
be it.
attack. A town is under siege.
Base get wrecked again. There's another expansion, this time for XiaoKK. What's he doing with tier 3, by the way? Oh. Inner fire! Nice! And, of course, upgrades. 3-1.
These are gonna be ultra rifles soon. If Todd was here, he would say, "Oh, they're not that good."
So Lin wants to wear them out with his 26 supply. Needs to rebuild his entire base, I guess. One walker still gets out.
Pally third seemed like a good idea. Devotion aura, always really good. Mass teleport would be nice. I haven't seen mass teleport in a while.
In 2 and 2, that's so broken.
There's a unit cap on it.
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
isn't
there is. Yeah.
How many is it again? Does anybody know? 36 maybe?
We do have tier 3 for 120 finally. But the Haunted Gold Mine is gone. Team Newbie is on 1 base.
A player's forces are under
It is kind of only a 1 base versus 2 base difference though. It's gonna be 2 base versus 2 base income soon again. But it's also romantic, inching towards 100 supply.
Yeah. Breaking upkeep now. Mountain King mega tanky. Blade Master good damage. Blizzard is insane. Still no raiders or anything. Well, we have Impale now, but he misses the Impale on the Archmage. So Blizzard goes through. And yeah, this is just cleaning up. Oh, MK. Oh, almost dead again, but can't go for the potion. Full health all of a sudden. Hero focus should be the answer, but that's the answer on the other side as well. Backstab ends the TC's life in style. No stop, no more. GG 1-0 for Romantic and XiaoKK. You are 3-0 today.
Well played by them. Also pretty well done by Newbie, holding on way longer there than it seemed like they were supposed to. Could have very well been forced to tap out earlier, but yeah, did a good job there fighting as long as they could. And maybe if they do get these insane levels, maybe if the Shadow gets 5, if the DK gets 5, if the TC gets 5, maybe they can still win that. But Romantic, man, what an anchor.
Yeah.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
Well played.
Perfect time for the expansion. Perfect time to break upkeep. Once he broke upkeep and had this 70 supply, yes, it's kind of expensive, but that was just dominance from that point on, and they never found a solution to the rifles. Positioning was really good. They were always protected. In one case, they had the big high ground. Real nice play.
Yeah. Big advantage, of course, in that game, especially from the early game on, was the fast expansion for the human, which can do it easier than any other race, of course, and that is really favoring Lost Temple as well. It was perfect positions for Romantic to go for that fast expansion, was never harassed, but on any other map, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. And our next map is going to be Neil's favorite.
Yeah. Goldshire.
Goldshire.
Goldshire. How do you like the name? You're always complaining that it's always 2 words in a map name.
No, Goldshire is good.
Goldshire is good, right? See?
The question is, was Goldshire included in lore beginning with Warcraft 3, or does it have wider reaching roots? Was it already a thing in Warcraft 2 or Warcraft 1?
Dude, what do I know about lore?
You did play Warcraft 2 though, didn't you?
That is possibly
Because I didn't.
20 years ago. I don't know, man. I've no idea. I don't even remember the story at all.
Yeah, no, Goldshire is good. I like Goldshire. Everyone likes Goldshire, Neo. It's amazing.
Exactly.
Unlike Amazonia. Amazonia is a crap map.
I don't know. I still like it. I don't like how big the expansions are, but apart from that, I like Amazonia.
We need new maps.
It's
We need new
way,
maps.
way better than fucking Ancient Isles.
Yeah, but we don't have Ancient Isles in the pool.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Well, hi WCG.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. True.
Always worried that the tournaments are starting to include Ancient again. Gives me nightmares. Thank you, Shabutaro, for the Prime sub. Yo, can someone ban Puffy Super Gozu? He says Goldshire sucks, which is obvious trolling. Look how beautiful it is.
So beautiful. What I always find a little bit weird when I used to play it online, the bases are really different. Like, if you spawn at the top, it's such a big ass base. You have so much room everywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas on the right side, everything is super tight. And you can fit no buildings anywhere.
It's kind of true. You know, diversity is a good thing, Remo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Romantic not skipping the rifles here this time. We have a normal AM footy build. And from 1-0, fast fiends again. So still no super fast aggression here on level 1, which we sometimes see from the 2. Lin again opting for the Shadow Hunter.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, you can fast expand with this, right? But you should you? I don't think you should.
Yeah, fast expansion could be super dangerous against aggressive DK plus Blade Master play. And KK and Romantic don't know whether that might be coming. But against this play specifically, Shadow plus late Death Knight, maybe fast expansion could work. Then again, though, Lin is going for a 2 borrowed tech, so we're going to have plenty of grunts out here soon. And of course, level 1 Shadow with Hex is also really good in the early game.
Yeah, that's correct. Love the shop in the middle, giving the undead access to healing and mana regen and even speed scrolls. Of course, only limited, but... Creeping start, and it's an aggressive Shadow Hunter. Trying to hex the heroes, prevent XP.
It's gonna be too late to do anything about the first camp here. But perhaps this is mainly designed to dissuade from fast expansion, and that will certainly be successful. XiaoKK, if he cancels the shop, that's a big deal, and this should be enough damage. Yeah, with the grunt coming in, it definitely is.
Ouch. They absolutely need the clarities. Without that, what can they really do? Romantic is attacking this time. So is KK.
So both orcs being aggressive, harassing the other side.
Raid coming in. Still the big rogue available. But Windpoke is about to expire. Needs to decide if he wants to go in or not. No reveal yet. There we go.
Lin snipes some last hits here. Not that easy with the Shadow Hunter. Actually has pretty low damage.
Also pretty low health. Gotta be careful. So Archmage gets it. Well played around it by Romantic.
He's staying far away from the Shadow as well, so he can't get hexed that easily. It's nighttime now, so vision range is limited. Romantic is doing this super solid, getting the level 2 here without much problem at all. But now 1-0 is coming in as well with a level 1 DK and a high number of fiends. They're looking for some kills, and with Hex that should be easy. It's going to be at least 2 footies falling. Shadow could easily hex more as well. This should be at least 3 footmen falling then. Okay, that's quite a few kills.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, good start. But we had this before, right? That many footmen fell. Didn't do too much then. But they continue to push into the Orc base. I love that. That's super old school.
Yeah, 1-0 here with a 26 supply tech. That is very late, but that gives him high fiend numbers and a lot of pressure early on. One more kill will be level 2 on the DK, by the way, which is a big deal to unlock the aura. Speed scroll popped, threatening the Shadow Hunter, but the Hex comes in. Reveal from the DK, Hex from the Shadow.
The block! And he gets the SH or the TP. No, let's die! Or the blade dies as well! Action-packed early game here in Goldshire.
Oh, and the grunt surrounded. Oh, nice teamwork. 3 grunt plus 1 skeleton surround on the enemy grunt. It's Some more experience for the DK, who suddenly is 2.5. This heavy Fiend play here turning out to be really effective.
And he is tier 2. He didn't get the TC out. If he kills a burrow, he's stuck. Archmage, though, not getting this around here.
Blade Master's going to be back soon, though. But did delay the Shadow here, the second hero for KK, quite a lot.
A player's forces are under attack.
MK for Romantic is on the way as well. With that hero coming, these forces should be repelled finally. 1-2-0. It's going to be much later with his second hero, instead opting for damage upgrades. And claiming some camps in the middle. This is a nice play. Get a bit of a lead early on, and then expand on that lead by claiming a lot of the neutral creeps, the contested ones in the middle.
Okay. But this is not gonna be an easy creeping in the city. Romantic and KK moving up as well, ready for the jack.
A player's forces are
But being at the shop is so nice. It turns daytime in a bit. They could claim the spot and the heal scroll, actually. Maybe a little too early. Yeah, they are too early.
Almost level 3 on the DK now, almost level 2 on the Shadow. This would be plenty more healing here. Oh, ships passing in the night. They're just going to be one creep camp separated from each other. It's a little bit lucky for KK and Romantic. They definitely have the weaker force right now.
Replenishment potion or a little bit regen on the DK. Crystal ball as well. Always good to reveal blades. And rise in levels. Shadow Hunter coming for KK. Subi Mask. Okay, but now we have the clash. Archmage super far forward in Hex, but no follow-up really, except the coil.
Great speed scroll there from KK. Saves his allies' first hero. Counter speed scroll as well. With that, Fiends being kept alive. Second heroes are on their way in. Shadowhunter getting Stormbolt and probably surrounded. Oh, the Hex actually threatens him. The DK blocks him a little bit and the Shadow is gonna die. But so is the Blade once again. TC is here. Stomp now ready. Lin still has a hero to play with. Also, the Lich is on the way. The latest of the second heroes.
Oh,
The DK with the Coil Man.
Oh, nice Hex to prevent the Stomp again. I like the Blade Master versus Shadowhunter trades, by the way. It's always like the Shadowhunter will carry much more later in the game than the Blade Master does. Lich is in. Frost Armor again or Nova combo? Nova this time.
Must be the Nova in such an aggressive position when they're chasing, able to look for so many more kills. This TC, almost level 2 all of a sudden with all these kills. And again, it's a fight going the way of 1-2-0 and Lin. Once again, map control with them, and that could mean the next couple of neutral camps at the bottom right being claimed now by them.
1-2-0 is playing this so differently from Lost Temple, going tier 3. Super late Slaughterhouse to rush Orb and maybe even Cryptlord again. Reveal used. Blade Master's not back. He sees that. Raider runs Walker. Let's go now. Romantic creeping up his expansion. He's so far away from the 70 supply he had in the game prior.
Yeah, without the early expansion, that is basically impossible for him to do. Keeps on losing units as well. Oh, nice Hex. Trying to kill the Walker right there. Dude, that was a nice move. Hex speed scrolls around. Gets the Walker for free. Not exactly for free, I guess. Especially the speed scroll being used. But the big Ogre Lord goes to Team Newbie, finding the Ancient Django. That's unfortunately an aura they already have. But it's also more levels.
In the meantime, they got an Invo Potion and a Telestab on the SH. So stealing that item away. They have full shop control on the map. Did they buy anything here? No. They do have the gold. Or did have the gold. Greedy expansion creep by KK. Desperate for levels.
I like that though. Getting more experience, which he needs. And he doesn't have the TP, which he may very well have to use. But once again, Romantic is getting caught out of position, has to TP out instantly. Loses one priest only. Okay. But again, a unit and the TP gone. And the expansion most certainly cancelled.
Yeah. Easily. Can also slaughter these peasants level 40k already. Rommel coming for some upgrades, but we get Destroyer upgrade. We get the Crypt Lord. It's great upgrades. We also get a Kodo for Lin. We have an Invul on the TC. We have Town Portals on both heroes. This looks all very good for newbie.
1-0 is missing a lot of supply there, though. 10 supply of his is stuck in the main. Also no orb for him. So perhaps this is the best fight that Romantic and KK are gonna get. Aggressive Colonobas against the Priest. Those are dying, but 1-0 with being low mana now doesn't want to stick around anymore. He TPs out, and so does Lin. Losing almost one more grunt, but not quite. And newbie back off, waiting for their big upgrades to hit.
And the Crypt Lord is out, and Destroyer form is finished. And now what? We get Kodos for KK, 50 supply, expansion cancelled, 50 supply by Romantic as well. Yeah, 48, okay. So around 100 on both sides. Invul still on the TC. Mana potion on the Shadowhunter this time, who's kind of under-leveled. But he was dead, so that's fair. Not much left on the map.
Yeah, Lin is going to be hitting big level ups here. Level 3 Shadow and maybe also TC. They see now, oh, the gold mine is mostly gone. They're almost stolen away, of course, earlier by KK. But there's still little green camps, so it could be level 3 TC as well. Oh, actually gets it from this one. Okay. Lich, no level 3 just yet, but being solo crept now. Newbie are very deliberately creeping exactly what they need where they need.
On the other side, Tome of Retraining. Passes it. Okay, it's Blizzard time. Again. We have Raiders this time. And more Hex. So easier to fight with it. Orb ready. Feels like 1-2-0 is ready to fight. Third upgrade already.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a lot of damage. And if the Lich gets the solo creep here, there's some creeps missing, I think. So not quite enough for level 3 Lich, but very, very close. And of course, kills will be quick to come by. TC with the Invul, with the mana pot. Mana pot on the Shadow. Seems like newbie are very ready to take this next fight.
Yeah. Even a 10 supply lead now. Oh, 5 supply lead. No, 10 supply lead. TC getting in position. He is ultra fast. Oh, this Impale. The potential for the Impales here are glorious. But he's saving them for now. Stomp comes in. He's just waiting for it, right? To prolong the stun. Instant end snare, man. This Raider was just waiting to throw his net.
And so many stuns coming in here from the melee strength heroes. TC with the Stomp, Crypt Lord with the Impale. Like it's just not enough damage from this tier 2 army from Romantic. And KK, there we go. Stomp, Impale, follow up. They can't attack! They can't attack! Stunned at all times.
Oh, it's a lot of damage here on the newbie army. Mountain King survives for now. Shadowhunter must do some heavy lifting. Must commit a new... Coil is not enough. End snare. Keeps him at bay, but no follow-up. Mountain King's still alive. There's like 20 supply about to die, but they still push forward. Archmage in trouble. Right next to a triple hero combo. And Hexed. And empty inventory. Deadsies. And with that must be game. And it is 1-1. Series tied.
Strong game there by newbie, playing more like the 1v1 powerhouses that we know. Not so much focused on split pushing, not so much focused on expanding, but rather teching, getting a strong army, and then fighting super well. And yeah, KK and Romantic. What does that game tell us? Does that game show us that since they will be behind in tech, being double tier 2 versus tier 2 and tier 3, does that mean they need to be up in economy? Does that mean they need to be up that one base like they were on Lost Temple?
It definitely tells us they need to own early tier 2, I think. Or tier 2 in general, to make the tier 3 for 1-2-0 as hard as they possibly can. And maybe have a strong tier 2 push with little feeding and rifles.
Yep. And that was the cool thing about this early game, right? Like 1-0 and Lin weren't waiting for the opponents to be strong on tier 2 and then be hit by them, but they struck way before that with a late tech by 1-0 and an early 4-fiend aggressive play with level 1 heroes, which is pretty unusual to see, but was looking very strong there. And map number 3 for us will be Turtle Rock. Always a great map for pushes, combined attacks. Not that easy to find time for late techs, for tier 3s, for triple hero, for mass experience. So, yeah, this map choice here seems to make a lot of sense for Romantic and KK.
Yeah. The winner of this map has match points. 2 in a row. Close to $2,000. 4 p.m. here tomorrow and Wednesday. We have days off. Yeah, that happens. After 11 days of casting in a row, we take 2 days off, and Remo will be back on Thursday and Friday with Shook Cup 7. And Busty666 is back with a 4-month resub. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Shook Cup, looking forward to it. Is Romantic going to win his next one? Is he still that hot? Who's going to be playing? Or the tier 2 guard of China? Maybe a Hug, maybe a Linguagua.
I think Foggy signed up. If I'm not mistaken. I saw that.
Cool. So we have the players in the lobby and should be ready to go in a moment's time. Here we are indeed. Countdown begins. And this map will give match point, Neo, to one of the teams.
Thank you very much for repeating what I said. Here we go. 1-0 and Lin tying up the series and spawning in the bottom side of Turtle Rock. That means Romantic and XiaoKK. A newly formed team, but they're working real nice together in the north. Question by Vibe Stoda. Are you at ESL Hamburg? Saw you guys there last year. Yep, I will be there. Remo is in Nancy. But I'm gonna be there with some rocket beans, guys.
Are you just going to be there one day, or have you not yet?
Not too sure. Friday. I don't even know if it's Friday to Sunday or what the schedule is. I guess I'm gonna go Friday, but I'm leaving early as I'm going to a concert in the evening. Saturday I'm gonna be there all day. And Sunday I'm not too sure yet. I think I'm gonna go. Depends on, like, we have to depends on streaming as well. A little, since it's October qualifiers then, and that decides a lot, and we'll see.
So, most interesting hero choice here for me is Lin. What is he gonna go for in game number 3? This is normally always a Blade Master map. No, Shadowhunter again.
Shadowhunter again. Did this Shadowhunter do a lot? Like in the past 2 games we've seen?
Especially last game, the early hexes with a Fiend focus, and the late game heal wave is also pretty good. I like the Shadow. We be German.
Expansions here, pretty much impossible. That was key to victory on Lost Temple. They tried on Goldshire, but didn't work. So this kind of speaks in favor of Lin and 1-0 if they can stall the time.
It's not going to be that easy to level up, though, for Team Newbie. And they definitely have heroes who require levels kind of heavily. Shadow really needs level 3, so does the TC, so does the DK. So, wonder how that's going to be working out. Blade Master here early on level 1, looking for the aggressive play instantly. Oh, 1-0. Is he going for the old school shop creep first? It was introduced by him back in 1v1 days of Turtle Rock against Orc. But with the blade here instantly, that's probably not the best idea.
I thought the same. Coil is coming, so the Fiend won't be lost. You know, little damage. Shadowhunter again aggressive. Not too sure what he can accomplish here.
He's preventing creeping on the AM. Of course, not creeping himself either. There we go, that's the first hex. That is... could be a dead AM. Speed scroll. Yep, that's a lot of hexes.
Oh, Grunt gets in front. Oh, even blocking.
Oh!
He attacks his own Grunt for one swipe, but my god, this is great. And there's another hex. Does he have the damage? Oh, he's blocking against it, so the Sharkroms can't hit the Archmage. And now he can heal.
Shadow does not want to dive in there, so the AM is safe. It costs a lot of mana for the Shadow, but it's also all creeping prevented for the AM for the time being. All creeping is kind of prevented everywhere for the most part.
Blade Master pretty much 0 experience, got 1 skeleton. DK 1.5. Okay, Blade Master has decent items so far. Lin with the last hit on the turtle.
Oh, that prevents level 2. Man, that's actually a really big deal.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Not looking too good this early for Romantic and XiaoKK. Yeah, Gesundheit.
Thank you. Blade Master would love to see some last hits over here. There is a dust though on 1-2 who's playing this super safe. He's taking his sweet time, pulling out the creeps and stuff. And gets the reveal. Still only level 1 on all sides.
Oh, miscoiled. Wanted to go for the ogre, I guess. Ended up on the skeleton. So lasted finally to the blade. A ring. Nice. Shadowhunt is still following Romantic. Lin's so annoying.
And this is kind of cool. This is definitely super obnoxious for Romantic, but with this early game, aren't you sacrificing your late game Shadowhunter? Like, absolutely. I wonder how he's gonna play him later on. Then wants the last hit. Oh, nice hex to prevent the last hit steal from the AM. Smart plays.
Also good mana management, right? Like he's using a lot of hexes, but he constantly has mana for more. 1-0 with the ward here, by the way, and the Pendant of Energy. Big camp for the undead.
Yeah, and with the grunts and the fiends, 1-2 can safely creep this at all times against the orc opposition. Whereas Lin is keeping Romantic busy, the entire army basically with only the shadow.
Yeah.
Sometimes a single grunt comes in, but that's all that he needs. AM still being only level 1 until now. He finally gets level 2 to take. Hex him! Hex him! Oh, he could have hexed him to prevent the experience, man. That would have been sick.
Mountain King comes in, Lich comes in, TC comes in. Tier 2 at the ready, and if XiaoKK doesn't prevent it, that is the second ward for Newbie, but the Shadowhunter, he's getting a taste of his own medicine with the hex and the crit.
But it's the item and the ward going to Team Newbie as another Pendant of Energy, and was only level 1 Shadow. That's okay, honestly. But now can they take the fight with only 2 heroes against 4 heroes? It's looking a little bit dicey here for Newbie now. Still staying in this though. TC with the aura first. How do you like that, Neil?
In this very case, to run away, it's actually not that bad.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
Even after 11 years of our marriage, I need to surprise you here and there.
Are you gonna dye your hair soon to surprise me?
Maybe I have an appointment already. We'll see. I'm gonna go for that dark red that every lady at 40 was wearing a couple of years ago.
Oh, nice.
Gonna look glorious.
Frost armor first here for the Lich, trying to protect the TC. who's a beefy boy now at 8 armor points. But experience is still the issue here. DK is looking good, but everyone else is far behind for newbie.
Do you like beefy boys, Remo?
I like beefy boys and I cannot lie. Five for the turtle. Big item from this gargantuan. But looks like newbie are a little afraid to commit in deeply. Blade Master, who gets it? Last hit goes to newbie. Item on the ground. There's a big mana, yeah, boys.
DK got it, and now he's nuking. Oh, Hex against the DK, so he can't throw a call. The TC's in trouble as well. Can he get another stomp out? No, it will push another Blade Master. Whoa, what a crazy situation. But once this invul is over, he can be nuked, I guess. Big militia call as well by Romantic, and he's driving them back.
The police have been called. Level 2 now on the Shadow Hunter. He was quick to return after his death on level 1. Now it's the same for the TC. He's being revived right now. We'll be back in this fight to provide the aura here pretty soon. Frost Armor being really effective, actually. I like this choice by the Lich. Making it much harder to find these kills. Blade Master gets level 2 there as well for KK. Militia duration is long over, and they have to fall back.
Yeah. TC is back on level 1. Did he commit with a big mana? Yes, he did. Has plenty of mana to work with now. Mountain King still level 1. SH still level 1. Blade Master has great damage though. Aiming for this DK. Has a TP. Can he stun against that? Hex comes in. But no enough damage, I guess. Needs a crit. Doesn't get it. TC in trouble again.
Though. Yeah.
There's that.
And more ensnares flying, more kills. It's looking pretty good for Romantic and KK here in this game suddenly. 1-0 doesn't have the time, didn't have the time yet to make use of his tier 3. But now he is tier 3. Now Cryptlord is coming. Will be bringing the orb, most likely.
They hold on for a little more. They can definitely get it here. Love the shot by KK. Far in the back, can't be reached. If they commit to it, they will be flanked. In the meantime, Blade Master is getting a heal scroll and the invul from the shop. The other one is too far away. Can the Cryptlord... Yeah. He can be reunited with the army.
A player's forces are under attack.
DK still with plenty of coils, as he used that big mana earlier. Gargantuan goes to the MK. Scroll the Beast!
No dispel yet, right? A little bit on the walkers, that's about it. TC is pressured all the time. It's crazy how they find the damage on him. This time, revenge on the blade. They take out Disable, but lose single target damage.
Still no Impale. Where are they? Those Impales of Destiny. Does he have Beetles? That would be greatly surprising. The Beast is getting dispelled here partly by the Destroyer, and Snare finds it, but no piercing down to take out that Destroyer. And the tier 3 is kicking in really hard right now for 1-0. The focus fire with the orb turning out to be very strong indeed. And even without Impales, Romantic and KK are forced back. Shop is taken out. And maybe finally this TC will be able to creep to level 2.
Crazy game, man. That might be the best game we've had all day so far. That's still not over. Blade Master's back. Item here. Another Scroll of the Beast? No, he just swapped it. What was it?
No, it was another one.
Ah, he used the one before. Okay. Then, time for rat spots. So many consumables on Romantic KK. More rifle, 58 supply. More upgrades as well, 43 for KK. 1-0 at 50. He's gonna be the carry. Item, Ancient Django. Nah, not the double level up. Mistake. Ooh, second red spot for Lin. Could be Jack.
Is there a TP on him? Yes, there is. If he gets the item, that might be good enough. And the army's just pretty slow. That's a big difference, I guess, between the two sides. 1-0 and Lin super fast with the Endurance and the Unholy. Romantic and KK, not at all. Level 3 for the Shadow, finally.
Yeah, and now retreat and everything's good. Whoa, 2 red spots. Level 3 SH. They found very unlucky auras, though, as they had the Unholy already and the Endurance as well. But you know, if they do split pushes, maybe even worth it. And that's what they do.
Is one army TPing home good enough to deal with 1-2-0 is the question, or do two have to come over? It seems like Romantic and KK not interested in defending, instead being aggressive, looking for their own bit of damage to be done. And Lin is under too much pressure. TC once again getting focused instantly. So Lin TP's away towards the undead main. 1-0 TP'd home as well.
Archmage didn't use a Book of Retraining yet, right?
Players' forces are under attack.
No.
With the turtles. While being engaged, that's a little bit of poison damage that will be spread. But we have a tank in the Crypt Lord. Where are the Impales? Still waiting. Oh, he did go into Blizzard. There's the Impale to counter it. He was just waiting for it nicely.
Patient play by 1-2-0. They are smart. Using the Crypt Lord here as that disabled. Easy. Moving forward, looking for the stomp, but it's pretty boxed in here. Can't really go for it. Once again, Blizzard be getting cancelled, but that was the last of the Impale. So now the Blizzard can rein in again. However, AM, not too much mana left. Again, the TC in trouble. For Lin, he has died so many times. Will he die again? Perhaps. With a Stormbolt coming in, he would. But there was no Stormbolt. Perhaps on cooldown. Lin in trouble, though, with his forces. They're dying more and more. Lin is down to 38 supply, only losing more units. Here comes another heal wave, but not good enough to save that Kodo. With that, Raider returns. Big heal scroll for Romantic, who's still at 64 supply. The human losing barely any units.
Yeah, but XiaoKK is down to 36 as well. The orcs are losing units equally. It's about the undead and the human to carry. Crypt Lord 2.6 Lich. Just got 3. DK is insanely fast. A little miscommunication, by the way. I don't know if you saw it, but I thought it's funny. Lin was eating a raider while a coil was flying onto that raider, so Lin made the raider dodge the coil pretty much.
Are under attack.
By the end of the day, still looking decent for them, I guess. Crypt Lord gets one more camp. Oh, that's double level 3s?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah.
That is massive
Oh,
level
and
up.
Talisman of Evasion!
Oh.
How good can an item be? Maybe even better on the TC, as he has the ring already to make him super tanky.
Yeah, I liked it more on the TC as well. TC has to be more central than the Crypt Lord has to be.
Big fight coming again. 66 supply though. Here we go. Going for the Archmage immediately. There's no TP, there's no potion, there's no life point remaining. And without that Blizzard, how do they want to do it? Massive Impale! Hitting 13 units or so. And now they're breaking through. This is what was lacking the last fight. TC couldn't connect to the back line. Are they throwing them back though?
Next Impale coming in, hitting that front line. TC would love to follow up with the Stomp, but is actually out of mana right here. AM bought back from the Tavern. That was the necessary play.
We had
There's
a
a drop
TP
here as well.
He had a TP, but yeah, maybe wanted to commit to it. Hex on the blade. Second hero kill. All the nukes are so crazy. TC in trouble. Oh, would he love to have that Talisman now? Or something else. Hex getting killed as well. That Impale a little too late. But another Nova could be rocking in soon. Raider, misrallied, dies as well. What does XiaoKK have left? I struggle to find a unit. 25 supply. Lin
These
on
hero
the other
kills
side.
are so deadly on the side of Newbie, man. It's crazy. And the Hex Stomp, Coil Nova focus. Like, what are you supposed to do against that? That's so much damage. This AM didn't just go from 100 to 0. He went from 150% to 0 because he got focused, he got heal waved, but then he again dropped to nothing. To
That
0.
was super sick. Thank you, Mamang7580 for the €5. You donated yesterday already, man. You really seem to like us. Nice match, nice cast. Thank you.
And that's can be the weakness of the AM. Like, no strength or health items at all. Level 4 hero, not even 600 HP.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful with the positioning.
Yeah. You kind of can't be super far in the back because you need to use Blizzard for the damage. But yeah, that was a big buyback. But the TC, as the Tavern is controlled by Romantic and XiaoKK, has to come back from the altar, and Newbie is waiting for that. Main gold mines, 2,200. They won't last forever. Blade Master.
And with this contained setup by Romantic and KK, it almost feels like they may have an expansion behind that. But of course, we know that they don't. Do Newbie know that is the question. Do they realize that it's still 2 base versus 2 base? It's actually Lin expanding himself now in the bottom left.
Now the question is, will Romantic and XiaoKK figure this out? Mountain King is close, but it's not smelling it.
He gives over the talisman. Good boy to the TC. The one thing that is really problematic with this contain for Newbie is they can't get invuls. They would love to have invuls, especially on the TC.
Peon is distracting a little in the middle. And yeah, there's no invul, no Invis Blade Master to go for the shops. Real tough to see how to get there. Romantic 61, XiaoKK 49, 48 for Lin, and 64 for 120. Really equal.
Okay, it's level 4 here at the Gargantuan. That's a big one. And the item... Okay, Klaus +9 is actually close to useless in this kind of... Oh, maybe on the Blade Master if he gets a good crit.
Okay, they regain control. And they have 2 raiders in for ensnare, so they don't only have to use the impale.
Finally, they can make it to the shop again. This TC is yearning for an invul. And should be ready.
Oh, DK! Mountain King turns around. It was nighttime. Probably didn't see him. Could have been caught there.
But now Nubia looking really strong.
Remo, there is again the orb, by the way, on the Shadow Hunter. How do you like that?
It's on both heroes, though. Like,
yeah,
last
you're
game.
right.
Last game it was no orb on the Lich, which I think is really questionable. Or in the first game, I guess. But now it's on both. Yeah, orb's a good item. Should still be cheaper, though.
All of a sudden, we have double invuls. Nothing on the DK. He has no death pact. It's a little risky, but he can be positioned in the back.
Oh, destroyer morphing time, boys.
Go,
That's
Power Rangers.
pretty spooky.
All the items in the world on Newbie. Every hero is so well equipped.
Lin is completely slot starved, doesn't have any room anymore. 1-0 does, of course, with the triple hero.
They didn't have the time for the expansion. For a normal Great Hall, which takes forever.
Supply lead for Newbie. Tech lead for Newbie. And I think a bit of an experience lead as well.
Items should be better too. How are the techs on the units? 2-0 for 120. 2-0 for Romantic. First hex used. About the tiniest things in these fights now. 0-2 on the grunts. I love that, by the way.
Yeah.
On both
absolutely.
sides.
And Newbie are satisfied, just chilling out over here. They got the base advantage. The longer this goes, the better it is. Is there any kind of transition happening? Sacrificial pit, but that's just for scouting. More upgrades for the fiends. Yeah, we're mined out, by the way.
Yeah.
Mains are dry. Lin is the only mining player.
There was a scout coming for Romantic, but we have a fight here. Instant dispel of the hex, but that doesn't do shit. Shadow Hunter dies instantly. Raiders, can they connect? Yes, long range and snare prevents that. But the Crypt Lord, can he still reach? The TC certainly doesn't. He's surrounded in 1 million of units. Impale on the blade. Is there a nuke right here? Not really. Forced into the invul. Everything is damaged by this blizzard and clap combo. Super crazy fight.
The spells are doing a good job, but again, the stun lock is insane. The TC plus the Crypt Lord, if you do get them to high levels in the late game, just super strong. Big heat wave coming in, but the AM again! 100 to 0, bye-bye! AM hits the sideline, so does the TC though in a second. Invul popped. The heal pot plus the invulnerability keeps him alive. It's level 4 now for the TC. And they're marching forward still. This is another nice stomp.
God.
And that's GG. The next win for Newbie.
That nuke is so goddamn insane. With everything they have. He's throwing so much damage onto this one unit, and they are kind of squishy units, of course. Archmage, Shadowhunter. They die.
Yeah. That was certainly a mistake there by KK, completely losing track of the opponent, then Shadowhunter horribly out of position. But that game most likely was going to Newbie anyways.
Yeah. But man, great execution in that fight. Great game in general. Very tactical play at times. Also big fights. That's what we want. Yeah, these fights are just so crazy. What do you want to do against that? What can you do against that?
It feels like you can't let him get to the late game. You can't allow TC3, Crypt Lord 3, 2-0 upgrades on the Fiends, 1-0 with 65 supply. You have to win earlier. Ideally, with an early expansion, with an economic lead. But
so hard.
On LT, that was doable. But LT is by far the best map for that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really expecting Twisted now. Go for Twisted, try to get the early expo, and then, push hard on tier 2. But no, it's Tidewater Glades instead.
And that is not easy to expand as well. It's doable, but not early.
Yeah, you need an advantage before expanding.
Yeah.
It's too exposed, too far in the middle.
I don't know if that suits their style here too well. Could be the 3-1 right here. Romantic is taking his time to join the game. Everyone else is ready.
So far, 1-0 and Lin have lost Temple today. In their previous rounds, though, they dropped also a map to Shishi and Shun on Goldshire, I think it was. So here we go. This is going to be the 3-1, or can Romantic and KK take us to a map 5 to make it a full series in our grand final here in the Huya Invitational?
Would love to. These games are pretty cool. And it's $2,000 on the line. And Newbie could be a WGL September champ in 1-2-0. And the 2-2 champs here as well. Great weekend for them. Or great. I think in China it's national holiday, so I kind of count that as a long weekend. So, here we go. Romantic and Lin on the left-hand side. 1-2-0. Romantic and XiaoKK on the left-hand side. 1-2-0 and Lin in the upper right. Match points.
So, do we see anything out of the ordinary here so far? We do, don't we? Romantic, what is he doing? Is this a power belt altar? Not really. But it's a missing barracks. Is he gonna skip the footies here this time around? Yes, he is.
Okay, instant rifles. Is there a creep reason for that, maybe?
The nice thing here is with militia support and maybe a grunt, you can creep the merc camp even without footman. That's instant level 2. And with level 2, you can creep the green camps following that without footies as well. So I guess it makes sense that way. Lin, is it shadow time again for you?
Yep.
Yes.
Fourth game, fourth SH. For 1-2-0, it's early Fiends once more. And a Fastier for XiaoKK.
Yeah, I like that. It's just 2v2, especially in the super late game, the Blade Master just always falls off. Normally his damage isn't that significant to begin with, and he's just always super exposed. He's always in the middle of everything, and we saw him getting sniped, getting Nova, coil Nova'd.
Yeah, the thing with the Blade Master is he is quite tanky due to his high armor, but against spells, that doesn't do too much. And if you're hexed and or stunned, you can't use the invul, and then you die.
Exactly. It's looking so scary, this late game that 1-0 and Lin are bringing.
Also, such a nice coordination between them, right? Like, how fast they're able... Whoa, it's a fast tech by KK. How crazy they get their nukes out. Always perfect timing, no chance to react.
Yeah. And it's only like always a split second where Shadow or AM is out of position and instantly, boom! And they're gone.
So Archmage and Farseer, long-time foes, they're creeping together here now.
Shadow trying to do some cheeky plays with the Hex once again.
Oh, doesn't get the last on the Water Elemental. That would have been good. Wolves, I like that. Constantly chasing this Shadow Hunter down to 50% already. Easy solution to this harass, but well executed.
Denied a bit of experience. Oh no, he didn't. It was just no. He did. It was that experience from the first creep. A bit of experience denied on the AM, but this was nicely played around the Shadow.
And I think XiaoKK and Romantic, they realize that they have to push fast, so they're attacking super mega fast. And then with a tech lead, they want to own early tier 2 and go from there.
Always feels weird when you go for the Murloc creep and then it's night and the, what's it called? The Tide Runner turns invisible and can attack. Whoops! I know that feel. It looks like good adjustment here by KK and Romantic. Early game here is looking a lot more solid. The Shadow Hunter is not being as disruptive as he was before. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna be about that tier 2 push.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that they have this double summons now as well to support this tech. You have something for power creeping, to out-creep them, and to defend. But this Archmage is losing the TP.
I thought he was gonna let himself die.
Miso.
Miso too.
Miso too. Jaja Binkse. Another Hex thrown, another Coil thrown. Speed scroll, there's more Hex.
Yeah. He has the same choice now, TP, or maybe he doesn't have the choice.
Nope.
No, he does not. He's gonna die before the Hex runs out.
Oh, and the regen, the wolf can't reach for now.
Wolfie's so hungry. Wolfie's so hungry, one bite.
No. You had enough already. That was a great sequence for 1-0 and Lin.
And
Forcing a TP, forcing a revive. Not losing anything.
And looked so good there for a little while for Romantic and KK, but suddenly one little overstep and then boom, there comes the punish.
Yeah, that delays the TC as well. Totem and Beastery coming already. Mountain King 2. Would be quite funny if Lin and 1-0 are expanding now because of this.
That would be quite a bad idea. Well, it would be a good idea if we want to go 5 maps here. Big item now from the Dire Wolf, hoping for that aura. Sobi is also nice. MK is out now. Needs to get the levels. It's not that easy to creep here though.
DK is close to 3. Shadowhunter is 2 already. No second heroes yet for newbie.
Illusion baits the first Stormbolt. That was a little bit of a waste. Hex aggressively against the rifles. Good speed scroll though. Gets them away. These illusions are causing a lot of distraction. And now the DK is level 3, has that level 2 coil to use. Oh, but the Shadow in trouble, could be dying.
Wow, 10 HP. Was a little too greedy to use the Stormbolt, or was it on cooldown? I'm not too sure. If he has a Stormbolt, SH dies, of course. Deciding not to chase, but creep.
One Fiend there was the kill, but they're going to be satisfied with that. Again, aura possible at this camp. And Scourge Bone Chimes. Okay. It's not bad. It's not one of the top tier auras though.
As grunts don't do much damage, so they don't get much HP back.
120 sneaky creeping here. It's like a little covert operation. With a Fiend and a DK.
Abusing nighttime, certainly, otherwise he would have been seen. So how fast is tier 3? Pretty fast. And TP out as he gets caught.
TC level 2 Ruined Bracers is actually really good.
Yeah. There you got it.
A player's forces
The other TC found a talisman, also very good.
And it's Furbolg Ursa Warrior time.
Chaos damage, noise, slam, noise.
Are Furbolgs mythical creatures exclusive to Warcraft lore, or do they exist elsewhere as well? Like, you know, like kobolds, we have kobolds in Warcraft, but kobolds are like folklore in other, you know, fantasy stories.
I have never heard about Furbolgs apart from Warcraft, but I'm not the biggest Furbolg fan, so I don't know.
player's forces are under attack.
Maybe there's some
About
furries out
the-
there who can answer.
The item here from the Furbolg was pretty damn underwhelming. Red Drake Egg. Ugh. That's very weak.
You sound so disgusted.
You know, you creep that camp and you hope for scroll of GG. Scroll of GG. Please. Scroll of GG. And then Red Drake Egg. What is that?
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Player's forces are under attack.
So Furbolgs are in Dungeons and Dragons, but isn't there everything in Dungeons and Dragons because you can like write your own story?
Scroll. GG.
Oh, where?
TC.
Oh, big. But okay, they're pushing into the main and doing quite some damage. Keeping it at 50. Are they sniping the stronghold again? No way this is working. Well, I said that before.
TP home defensively to the ally by 1-0, but still a little bit awkward. He doesn't really want to fight yet. He wants to wait a little bit longer for tier 3, for Cryptord, for Orb, for Destroyers. But that's exactly the push that Romantic and KK have to go for. They have to hit before Newbie come to full power.
Even the Red Drake used now. Oh, the stun was super nice! Waiting for the TP. And the TC was like, okay, boys, if you are clump up, I will wreck you. Kudo can eat, though, is surrounded immediately. Another storm to counter this. Lin is finding the back line, but losing quite some stuff as well.
Hard to tell who has the upper hand. Here seems like Romantic and KK are pushing forward well. The TC in trouble. May have to use that Scroll of Restoration here in a second to survive with, and he does! That's so much more mana back to everyone, but the TC is still in trouble. He's getting focused still, and he's almost gonna die! The heal wave last second, no way! Is he actually gonna survive this?
The ring and the talisman! What the value on this TC's full mana, the other TC dies! They turn this fight around, how crazy! By Lin and 1-0, what a save, and now he's willing to go in again, only hitting peasants, but whatever. Using the mana, Cryptlord comes in, Impale of Destiny, nice turnaround, and the TC is still alive, and this Lich is still doing damage, Epicenter stun once more. Oh my, level 3 Lich, Dispel on the water element, is it finally time to die? He disables the entire army once again, even Chain Lightning used, it is simply not enough.
God damn, outstanding play. This TC has been through a journey, still alive somehow. GG, 1-0 and Lin, do it! The champions of the Huya Invitational.
My god, this TC had a will to live. No chance. He just refused to die. Amazing. amazing fight. That was absolutely the right call for Romantic and XiaoKK to go for it. And they had a good position. But goddamn, that was one crazy fight to end this tournament. Huya 2-2 Cup goes to Linen 1-0. $2,000 for them. Pretty cool for Romantic and KK, this newly found team, to immediately get the silver medal and $700. But well-deserved victory for Newbie.
New, perhaps a little bit disappointing, not making it to the finals again. But an honorable mention, also no AOC and Peace. 4th place for them over players like Shishi, over players like Chicken Lucifer and Linguagua. Nice for them as well, but 1-0 and Lin just a little bit too strong. Really impressive by them. The late game kings. Continuing their super successful month for Team Newbie.
Yeah, and no Night Elf in the finals shows us a little about 2-on-2 meta at the moment, maybe, with the Huntress falling off and the Rifles being so strong. Oh, Remo, we're done. 11 days of casting non-stop. We made it! And now it's time to refresh and recharge the batteries today into tomorrow and Wednesday.
Gonna have a day off, actually. That feels nice. That feels kind of good. But we are gonna be back, guys. Don't worry. On
Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yeah. German National Union Day, but Remo doesn't give one shit about it, and we'll be casting the Shook Cup 7 for you, the prelims. On Friday is the finals. I might join on Friday, depends on my side job if I can go or not. On Saturday, we have maybe Sam Cup. I'm not too sure about that. And on Sunday, everything is lining up to Sunday. Sunday is the main event, as always, but this time it's really special. We hosted the W League Europe, and it's the playoffs. Happy versus Thorzane. Super hype. Hawk versus Spiral. Super hype. And of course, the grand final there as well. It's going to be awesome. And then we have W3IL to close the day as well. Sunday, as always. Mark it in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. Do not miss this. I'm checking out now. Feel free to check out our social media channels to keep yourself up to date about Warcraft and our streaming. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord as well. If you missed some games, YouTube is your go-to place. We upload everything we do as fast as we can. And yeah, subscribe there. Hit the bell. Leave some comments everywhere. Share the content everywhere. Share some comments everywhere. That all increases the reach. And if you would like to help us out with a little doleros and euros, you can do that, of course. We have a Streamlab tipping page open at donation.backtowarcraft.com. You can subscribe here on Twitch to become part of the sub squad for access to replays and no ads and chat badges and everything. And you can buy our merch and use the Amazon ref links that we have provided in the description. With that being said, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. 2 days off. Back on Thursday. Remo, any final words?
No, you did a good job, Neo. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for tuning in. And see you soon.